May 27, 1940. As the Battle of France rages, British and Allied forces are retreating toward Dunkirk, desperately trying to escape the German advance. Among those left behind to hold the line are the men of the 2nd Battalion, Royal Norfolk Regiment, defending the small French village of Paradis. Surrounded and cut off, they make their final stand in a farmhouse, which is soon destroyed by relentless SS shelling. With ammunition exhausted and many wounded, their commanding officer orders them to surrender. 99 soldiers step out with a white flag, expecting fair treatment as prisoners of war. Instead, they are marched to a nearby farmyard, lined up against a barn, and shot by SS troops under Fritz Knöchlein. 97 are killed, their bodies left in a shallow grave. Only 2 survive to tell the world what happened. This atrocity became known as the Paradis Massacre, marking one of the first major war crimes committed by the Nazis in Western Europe. However, justice would eventually catch up with the perpetrators. Background: the Second World War began on September 1, 1939, when Nazi Germany invaded Poland. During this campaign, SS Hauptsturmführer Fritz Knöchlein led a unit of the 1st SS Totenkopf Standard, Oberbayern. After the campaign, this formation became part of the newly formed SS Totenkopf Division, also called the Death's Head Division, an elite unit of the Waffen-SS. On May 10, 1940, Germany invaded France through the Low Countries. Among the advancing forces was Knöchlein's SS unit. As the battle progressed, British and Allied forces retreated, trying desperately to reach Dunkirk for evacuation. On May 24, 1940, the Germans unexpectedly halted their advance, giving the Allies a crucial window. Over 338,000 troops were evacuated, though some soldiers remained behind to continue the fight. Among those left to hold the line were the 2nd Battalion, Royal Norfolk Regiment, and the 8th Lancashire Fusiliers, defending villages including Ries-du-Vinage, Le Cornet Malo, and Paradis. The Battle at Paradis. On May 27, Knöchlein's Totenkopf troops attacked Le Cornet Malo, resulting in 150 deaths on both sides. Meanwhile, the Norfolks had set up their headquarters in a farmhouse outside Paradis. The company commanders were informed by radio that their units were isolated and would receive no support. During the battle, German forces attacked the farmhouse with mortars, tanks, and artillery, destroying the building and forcing the defenders to move to a cowshed. After hours of fierce fighting, the Norfolks ran out of ammunition. Only 99 men remained under Major Lyle Ryder, who consulted his men and ordered them to surrender. The British captives, most wounded, were disarmed and marched to a barn, where they were lined up and gunned down by German machine gunners. Knöchlein then ordered the use of bayonets to kill any survivors. Believing everyone was dead, the Germans left. 97 soldiers were killed. The following day, the Germans forced French civilians to bury the bodies in a shallow grave. Survival against all odds. Private William O'Callaghan survived and pulled Private Albert Pooley from the bodies. The two hid in a pigsty for 3 days, surviving on raw potatoes and puddle water, before being found by the farm owner and her son, who risked their lives to care for them. They were later captured by the German 251st Infantry Division and transferred to a military hospital. News of the massacre eventually reached Generaloberst Erich Hoepner, who demanded an investigation and the potential dismissal of SS Division Commander Theodor Eicke if the killings were confirmed. Eicke defended himself, claiming British troops had fired illegal bullets. Despite this, he faced no consequences. Knöchlein continued his military career, serving in the Russian front, commanding other units, and receiving multiple awards, including the Iron Cross and Knight's Cross of the Iron Cross. Justice served. The Allies only learned about the massacre in summer 1943, when Pooley was repatriated after spending 3 years in a German hospital. O'Callaghan returned in 1945. Their testimonies eventually led to Knöchlein's capture in Sheffield, UK, and interrogation at the secret British centre known as the London Cage. Despite claiming he was not present and alleging mistreatment, Fritz Knöchlein was found guilty of war crimes. He was sentenced to death by hanging and executed on 21 January 1949. Other perpetrators faced consequences as well. Theodor Eicke was killed in 1943 during the Third Battle of Kharkov, and the Totenkopf Division suffered massive losses on the Eastern Front, with 80% casualties in the Demyansk encirclement. The Paradis Massacre remains a stark reminder of the horrors of war and the eventual pursuit of justice for even the darkest crimes. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more.